be on my channel. Leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let's get down to it because I'm late on this. So the Chicago Sky, they finally won their game against the Dallas Wings after, you know, getting stolen from some winnable games against the Lynx and the Mystics. You know, it was supposed to be a 3-game winning streak with them. Now, I would say, Angel Reese still balled out. You know what I'm saying? Get she didn't get her 15 rebounds, but it's all good because she still played a factor of her impact. She had 15 points and 11 rebounds. She was 6 for 10 for 60%. So she's still trying to stay consistent, and that's a good thing. She's looking like an MVP candidate right now, just right now. Also, let's give it up to Rebecca Allen. Speaking of MVP, Rebecca Allen, she's an MVP of that game. She had 27 points. She was 5 for 6 from 3-point range. She had a great shooting night. My only question is, can she stay consistent that way? She's still a little questionable on defense. She do take her shots a little too hard, but other than that, I'm really proud of her game. She was the main reason why the Scott won, and I can and I want to give her credit on that. Ariel Atkins, she got her passing. It's got to get worked on. I think it's best that Ariel gets the ball and just dominate with the ball, play off the ball, and whenever she gets the ball, she takes it in for the score, like go and shoot that. Because when it comes to passing, she just don't seem to make the smart decisions. You know what I'm saying? She passes it into traffic. She kind of gets a little klutzy with the ball. Stumbles on it, loses it. You know what I'm saying? Dribbling is kind of questionable. But I think she'll be fine. Just a few bad games. Probably, a few little mess ups going on. That's need to be worked on. Rachel Benham. Rachel's still playing good. She still turns over the ball. I'm still concerned with her defense. Her 3-point shot, I'm glad she remained consistent as the 3-point shooter that she is. It's helping the Sky out a bit, a lot. Camila Cardoso, she did not start today. They stuck with E. Will as the starter. But coming off the bench, I think Cardoso, he seems to show more impact from off the bench. So she needs to maybe be like, remain as a backup because she just comes from Brazil, so she may be on a little slump and could, as WNBA is a little more different basketball. But once she comes off the bench and she's like, on that good, consistent basis, high level game of basketball, then put her back in the start lineup. But I do want to see Cardoso back in that start lineup. But right now, maybe she needs to come off the bench to wake her up to play more aggressive, put more points on the board. Good defense. Great job by the team shutting down Paige Beckers. You know what I'm saying? Great job on keeping Maisha Allen off balance. Getting open. Play calling was good. I think Angel need to run the point because to me she runs the offense better than Rachel. She can get Rachel open for some great 3-point shots. Kia Nurse, she also has been dropping her threes as well. There's a lot of people there's a lot of good basketball that's being played by this team. It's just the question is, can the consistency continue? That's the question. Because if they keep playing good but not play bad in the next game, that's not going to help this team excel. Like right now, at this point in time, this is the time to like step up and be in win now mode. If they're gonna make the playoffs, they gotta start playing smart. Stop turning the ball over. No more turning the ball over. People gotta be in their right sets. Tyler Marsh has got to, do better on how he coaches his players, put them in the right spots, and now he still gotta fix his rotations. His rotations are still bad. He's still putting in people that don't mix well together, and it ends up causing those kind of things to happen, and the team hurts. Jeff did not do a good job of being a roster, so try to make something out of nothing. Well, this is JG Always on Topics. Like I said, congrats on the win with Sky. Looking forward for them to try to get their revenge against the Lynx today at 12. Y'all continue to put me out there, and subscribe. Peace. Be well.